If you're coming to the track today, there's a lot to be mindful of, things that you should think through. And the first thing is parking, because you don't want to start your day off just by going either to the wrong spot or just not being able to find a spot at all. So let's break that down for you. Paid parking starts today at L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium. You can park there and then walk the short walk over to Churchill Downs, or you can park at the Kentucky Expo Center and then get a shuttle to the track. Now, this option is free and it's included with your ticket. Those shuttles are going to start at 9 o'clock this morning. On-site parking is no longer available to purchase, but if you've already secured it, those lots are going to open at 9:30. Gates for the track open at 10:30, and the first race is at 12:45. With that said, we're kind of in the thick of racing out here at Churchill Downs.
Yeah, it definitely does not start with the Derby race. There are tons of races that we know a lot of people are going to want to be betting on, making some judgments about what horse they think will do best. And there are a lot of things to consider.
Yeah.
So, resident betting expert Jim Stratman is over in the grandstand for us today at the betting window. Jim, getting an early start to your day at the track.
Exactly, Grace. I've been looking at some of these horses, weighing up what I think is going to happen on Derby Day, getting ready to set some bets maybe a little bit later on in the week. But if you're coming out to the track on Derby, there are a few things you need to know if you're going to be betting on some of the horses, some just minor things, something that you should always keep in mind. Number one, know how you like to bet. Number two, obviously set a limit so you can gamble responsibly. And then number three, and probably most importantly, if you have a question about something, just make sure you ask, because when you look at some of the box or some of the bets that you can place on horse betting, it can get very confusing very quickly. So let's run through some of the basics here for you. The big three bets that you're going to see: win, place, and show. It's about as basic as you can get there. That means who's going to come in first, who's going to come in second, who's going to come in third. Now, depending on what you pick, the odds and your payouts are going to be bigger or smaller. So say if you picked a horse to win, that horse must come in first place. But if you pick a horse to show, they can finish either first, second, or third. You would just have a smaller payout because you've got more chances to win there. Now, Churchill Downs chief race analyst Joe Christofek explained it like this.
If you bet $2 to win on a 2-to-1 shot, you would get 3 times your payout. So it would be 2-to-1 plus the original $2 that you bet. 4 plus 2 would be a $6 payoff. If you bet a 20-to-1 shot and it wins, it would be 2 times your 20, which is 40, plus your original 2, you'd get at least $42 back.
Now, you can get even more complicated with your bets if you want to. Things like a trifecta, where you pick first, second, and third in their correct order. That would be a pretty big payout there. Or you can box some of your horses, where the horses that you pick, they can finish in any order as long as they come in first, second, and third, or in those top 3 places. But again, something that Christofek wanted to stress here is make sure you know yourself, whether you are a race analyst, you like the stats, or whether you just like to bet on some of your favorite numbers or colors, or just you like the name of the horse. Make sure you know how you like to bet, and of course, set that limit. Make sure you play responsibly. Grace and Eric.
All right, Jim, thank you. I like that tip there of bet how you want to bet, because I definitely am one to kind of pick a name I think is cool, or we were talking about I like the grays. I'm go more that than looking so deeply at the analysis.
And I'm the same way. That's why I appreciate the work that Jim did there, because it kind of gives you a little bit of an ability to try it a different way, try to put some more thought behind it, because that's what I've been lacking over the years when it comes to my bets. All of the excitement here of the Derby, as you'd imagine, really brings out a lot of distinguished guests.
Certainly does. Those have included so far this week Governor Andy Beshear and Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman. We actually saw them arriving here to the backside yesterday as we were wrapping things up on GMK. Governor Beshear said that he is excited for the 150th Derby celebration, saying it is the perfect time for Kentucky to be on an international stage, especially with all of the economic changes we've had in the last couple of years. He says Derby is going to be a working day for him, welcoming business leaders and showing off what the state has to offer.
But it's also a great opportunity every year, and especially this year, to talk about the great things going on in Kentucky, to recruit more companies, to create more jobs, and to have a really good time with the people of the Commonwealth and the people of the world. I think about the entire world tunes in to see Kentucky.
Now, I know what you are all thinking. Who does a governor bet on in the Kentucky Derby? Well, Governor Beshear says that he has not made his Derby pick just yet.
Travelers from across the world are starting to arrive here in Louisville at the Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport, and the crew there is doing what they always do. They're rolling out the red carpet in pomp and circumstance kind of style. Visitors are being greeted with bluegrass music, Woodford Reserve bourbon balls, which taste amazing, and more than 3,000 roses decorating the airport terminal, which smell amazing. Sunday is expected to be the busiest travel day at the airport, with 18,000 people passing through. We pride ourselves on the amount of nonstop direct flights we have into and out of Louisville, but some of the regional air service is bringing in their jumbo-sized planes. So the airport is definitely a busy place.
And we know people are coming from all over the world. I know we spoke to someone on the night team last night who came from New Zealand.
Oh,
so
yeah.
people are committed to the 150th Kentucky Derby.